What does it really take to become the chief secretary of a state like Kerala? Is it one extraordinary achievement, a single breakthrough posting, or is it something much bigger? Imagine an IAS officer who has spent more than 3 decades handling finance, home affairs, environment, disaster recovery, personal and public administration, quietly working behind the scenes, away from the spotlight. When Kerala needed someone to lead its entire bureaucracy in 2026, one name stood above the rest: IAS officer Biswanath Sinha. But what made him the government's first choice? Hello, I'm Sabit and you're watching Indian Masterminds. Today, let us take you through the remarkable journey of the man who rose from Bihar to become the 51st Chief Secretary of Kerala. On July 1st, 2026, Biswanath Sinha entered the Kerala Secretary to take charge as the state's highest ranking bureaucrat. For many, it was just another administrative appointment, but behind that moment was a journey that had begun hundreds of kilometers away in Bihar. Born on September 24, 1968, Sinha completed his master's degree from the University of Delhi before clearing the civil services examination and joining the 1992 batch of the Indian Administrative Service. His cadre allocation changed everything. He was forced to Kerala, a state with a completely different language, culture, and administrative environment. For most people, adapting would have been the biggest challenge. For Sinha, it became the beginning of a career that would span over 3 decades. Every IAS officer begins somewhere. For Biswanath Sinha, those lessons came from the districts. After serving as assistant collector, he steadily moved into some of the most demanding field assignments. He served as the district collector of Kottayam, Wayanad and Kozhikode, 3 districts with very different administrative realities. These postings exposed him to law and order, development planning, public welfare, crisis management, and the everyday challenges that defined governance. Because real administration isn't learned in conference rooms, it's learned on the ground among people. But Sinha's journey wasn't limited to district administration. He was also served as secretary and director of the sports department, led the Kerala State Cooperative Bank, and headed organizations connected with health and family welfare. Each assignment expanded his understanding of how different sectors of government function and how policies eventually impact citizens. It was a clear build one responsibility at a time. His growing administrative experience soon earned him an important assignment in the national capital. Sinha became the additional resident commissioner and later the resident commissioner at Kerala House in New Delhi. This role made him the state's key link with the union government. Every day involved coordinating between ministries, central agencies, and the Kerala government. It gave him a much broader understanding of governance, not just from a state's perspective, but from the center's as well. And then came another defining chapter. Between 2014 and 2017, Biswanath Sinha served as Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change. This wasn't just another posting, it placed him at the heart of India's environmental administration. He worked on issues related to forest, environmental regulation, and sustainable development, gaining exposure to policy making at the national level. By now, his experience stretched far beyond district administration. When Sinha returned to Kerala, he wasn't assigned just one important department, he was entrusted with many. As Principal Secretary, he handled finance, personal and administrative reforms, social justice, and the Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Development Department. He was later promoted as Additional Chief Secretary, once again taking charge of the Finance Department. One of his biggest responsibilities came as the Chief Executive Officer of the Rebuild Kerala initiative. Following the devastating floods, Kerala launched one of its most ambitious reconstruction programs. Managing such a massive initiative means balancing finance, planning, policy, and implementation, all at the same time. Later, he was appointed Additional Chief Secretary for Home and Vigilance, placing him at the center of Kerala's internal administration. By then, he had handled nearly every pillar of governance. So, why was Biswanath Sinha chosen to lead Kerala's bureaucracy? The answer lies in the sheer range of his experience. District administration, finance, personal, environment, disaster recovery, home, vigilance, state administration, central government. Very few officers build careers that cover so many dimensions of governance. By the time the Kerala government selected him as Chief Secretary in 2026, he had already spent decades understanding how every layer of administration works. Today, as Kerala's highest-ranking civil servant, he coordinates the functioning of the state's bureaucracy, advises the government, connects policy with implementation, and ensures the decisions made at the top reach people on the ground. From a young officer arriving in unfamiliar state to becoming the man entrusted with running its administrative machinery, Biswanath Sinha's journey is a reminder that leadership is often built quietly through years of experience, responsibility, and consistency. His story isn't about one defining moment, it's about every assignment that prepared him for the next. And together, those assignments led him to the highest bureaucratic office in Kerala. If you enjoyed watching this journey, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Indian Masterminds, and press the bell icon so you never miss the stories of the officers shaping India's governance. I'm Sabit, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next time.